Here's how ranchers raise thousands of bison. Bison farming. Bison farming, also referred to as bison ranching, is a practice that involves raising and breeding bison for various purposes, and it has been considered as one of the most popular forms of farming in the USA. Bison have a deep historical and cultural significance in the United States, particularly among Native American communities. They were once a crucial resource for food, clothing, and tools for indigenous populations, and played a vital role in the ecosystem. There are several bison farms located within the United States. At present, the number of bison being cultivated as livestock on farms situated in South Dakota, Nebraska, Colorado, and Oklahoma is approximately 359,000. Furthermore, within the boundaries of the United States, approximately 31,000 untamed bison are under conservation within national parks. Notably, Yellowstone National Park stands out as one of the most renowned locations for these animals. Within this park, approximately 5,300 wild bison thrive in their natural habitat. One of the primary reasons for bison ranching is meat production. Bison meat, often called bison meat or buffalo meat, is known for its lean and flavorful qualities. Bison meat is considered a healthier alternative to beef due to its low fat content and higher protein levels. And due to its nutritional benefits and unique taste, the demand for bison meat has been increasing. As a result, bison ranching has become a viable agricultural enterprise for many farmers and ranchers. But let us tell you that bison ranching is more than that. The American bison. On the surface, the process appears just like another form of farming. But bison ranching also involves raising awareness about the importance of bison in American history and culture, as well as their ecological role in the landscape. Among all the bison, the American bison boasts the title of the largest terrestrial mammal in North America. Full-grown males can reach weights of around 2,000 pounds and reach a height of up to 6 feet at the shoulder. These North American giants are herbivores, and they form family groups led by matriarchs. These groups can vary in size, from a few to thousands of buffalo. They exhibit selective grazing behavior, focusing on grasses and sedges, while generally avoiding most forbs and legumes. This selective grazing helps in maintaining a balanced competition among plant species. At times, they engage in wallowing, a behavior that serves multiple purposes, including reducing the impact of biting insects and expressing happiness. It is a known fact that bison are considered a keystone species because their grazing behavior can positively impact the landscape by creating and maintaining diverse habitats. Many bison ranches use rotational grazing methods that mimic the natural movement patterns of wild bison herds, which can lead to healthier ecosystems. In the next section, we'll tell you how these bison mate, but before we move ahead, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe. Bison mating process. Male bison achieve sexual maturity by the age of 6, while females can attain it at 3 years old. Their mating occurs annually, starting in July and extending through September. This period, known as the rut, witnesses intense confrontations among the bulls. They engage in fierce battles, involving head-on collisions and charges, in order to secure the opportunity to mate with a female bison. After a gestation period lasting 9 months, female bison, known as cows, deliver a single calf during the spring season. A male bison possesses the capacity to mate with multiple female bison. On the other hand, female bisons select only a single male bison as their mating partner for the entirety of their lifetime. Another interesting point to highlight is that female bison, despite their weight of up to 1,000 pounds, exhibit similar swiftness to males, reaching speeds of 40 miles per hour. Also, bison exhibit strong protective instincts toward their offspring, working collectively to shield them from potential threats. Statistics of bison ranching in the USA. Roughly 283 days after the mating process, the female bison on farms enter the breeding phase. The reproductive cycle of these female bison typically takes place over a span of just 1 hour. In the United States, around 113,000 bison calves are delivered, and approximately 2% of these do not survive the birthing process. Upon birth, these calves weigh an average of about 55 pounds, which is roughly 30% greater in weight compared to their wild bison counterparts. On these ranches, young bison live alongside their mothers for a span of 7 months before being weaned. As of the year 2021, there were about 513 bison ranches throughout the United States, varying in size and distribution. Notably, South Dakota holds the record for the highest number of farms, boasting 104,000 and contributing to 24% of the nation's bison population. Apart from South Dakota, Nebraska is another state with numerous bison farms, securing the second spot on the list of states involved in extensive bison farming, boasting around 23,000 farms. Following closely are Montana with 11,000, Colorado with 10,000, and Oklahoma with also 10,000 farms, respectively. Presently, as much as 85% of the bison population in the United States are reared in open-range conditions, while the remaining 15% are tended to on smaller farms. In the current landscape, there exist 57 bison farms scattered across Oklahoma, with a notable concentration in the vicinity adjoining the state of Missouri. The annual slaughter count for bison in Oklahoma stands at approximately 1,300 animals. The daily routine at farms. At farms, careful breeding programs are maintained to ensure healthy herds and desirable traits. The calving process is monitored closely, and newborn calves are protected from predators and environmental stressors. In addition, daily routines at farms involve herders guiding the bison onto the grasslands, providing them the opportunity to graze freely. Calves also take part in nourishment alongside their mothers, all under the safeguard of the surrounding hedges that enclose the pasture area. Aside from having the freedom to graze, bison raised on farms are additionally provided with supplementary nourishment, including corn and pelletized grains. When fully grown, a bison typically weighs around 1,800 pounds, whereas females reach an average weight of around 960 pounds. Each day, every bison on a farm requires an intake equivalent to 3% of their body weight. During periods when the pastures surrounding the farm are undergoing restoration, workers use dry straw as a feed source for the bison herd. Also, as evening approaches, breeders gather and guide them into an enclosed space to prevent potential wolf attacks during the night. Moreover, according to data from the year 2021, Montana is home to 62 bison farms, and within the state, approximately 1,400 bison are processed for slaughter each year. These farmed bison undergo medical examinations and receive vaccinations approximately every 6 months as part of their care routine. Further, it's important to mention that bison ranching has been contributing to conservation efforts. These ranches focus on preserving the genetic diversity of bison populations, which suffered a significant decline in the past. These efforts help maintain the species' genetic integrity and prevent inbreeding. Protection of the American bison. Before we move ahead, let us settle the debate on the difference between bison and buffalo. Numerous terms derived from indigenous languages, such as Tatanka, or T in Lakota, and Yanasi in Cherokee, have been used for countless generations to define these creatures. However, in terms of genetics, it's important to note that the American bison is distinct from both the water buffalo in Asia and the Cape buffalo in Africa. American bison are exclusive to North America and specific regions in Europe. Separated by vast oceans in terms of their habitats, the American bison, water buffalo, and Cape buffalo exhibit considerable differences in their physical characteristics. Their distinct geographical origins led to varied environmental factors, including diverse climates, which in turn shaped the evolution of their bodies and behaviors. In the past, countless bison roamed vast sections of the United States, stretching from Canada to Mexico, and spanning east to west coasts. However, as American settlers advanced, the U.S. government prompted them to exterminate these animals, leading to the near disappearance of bison and the indigenous communities who relied on them by the early 20th century. This brutality devastated tribal societies, leaving fewer than 1,000 free-roaming bison globally. Presently, around 500,000 bison inhabit the U.S., distributed across all states. Nevertheless, most are privately owned and raised as livestock. A small fraction exist within conservational herds, and fewer still roam large landscapes. True free-roaming bison are now rare in North America. Luckily, efforts are being made by some organizations to save these species, so in essence, bison ranching in the United States is all about economical, ecological, and cultural significance, making it a unique and multifaceted aspect of modern ranching. This brings us to the end of this video. Until next time, take care and goodbye.